So what seemed to be the unthinkable just weeks and months ago now seems more and more to be a possibility. One of Europe's largest economies at the mercy of the markets, and even the subject of bailout speculation. So really, what is Italy's problem? Well, to help us answer that, we're joined by Oliver Denk. He's an economist and a specialist on Italy and Norway, it should be said as well, with the OECD here in Paris. Oliver, good morning, and thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
People often talk about Italy as this special case in the Eurozone. What do they mean by that, and why is that?
There are really two aspects to when one thinks about Italy. So one is the public finance aspect. So here Italy has had a long history of very high public debt, in contrast to, for example, Spain or Greece.
These are countries that have seen their debt suddenly shoot up in recent years.
Exactly. So in this sense, because Italy has had a very high public debt, it's also used to managing debt it has good relationships with investors. It knows how to manage high public debt. And the deficit has been kept quite in check over the recent crisis, which, as you said, is in contrast to some of the other countries.
And that's what some analysts are saying, that, OK, you've got bond yields on 10-year treasuries up to nearly 7% now. But a lot of analysts are saying, well, actually, a country like Italy can manage that kind of yield for some time.
Yeah, Italy, certainly the fundamentals are right for Italy. It has high public debt, but we project the deficit to be below the threshold of 3% already next year. And the government aims to balance the budget in 2014. And we think that these targets are realistic. They can be implemented. And there's no problem with the fundamentals of Italy.
If it ever did come to a bailout, I know it's impossible to answer at this moment whether Italy is likely to need a bailout or not, but if they were to need one, is the EU big enough to support them, do you think?
We think that the fundamentals for Italy and Spain are good. These countries should not get into liquidity and solvency problems, and so this case should not realize.
Just one more for you, Oliver. Put yourself in the finance minister's shoes for a moment. This country, as you've alluded to there, needs to change its ways a little bit. What is the priority for Italy?
Yeah, so for the finance minister, what is really important is that the targets that are set, as we say, they are realistic, they can be implemented, but they have to be implemented to assure credibility with investors. On top of this, it would be very helpful for the Italian economy to really push through a variety of structural reforms to really accelerate growth. Italy has had very low growth over the last 10 years, and they should increase competition in a number of sectors. They should make the labor markets more flexible. They should improve their education system. They should make their tax system more transparent, fewer tax expenditures. Public sector inefficiency is very high. So it's very important to accelerate growth because it's good in itself, and also it would help with fiscal sustainability because high growth makes any given level of public debt, of course, more easily sustainable.